Tupac Shakur, a name synonymous with revolution, poetry, and raw talent. His presence in the world of music and culture was nothing short of transformative. His voice, even decades after his passing, still echoes through the streets, inspiring generations with his words. Young people today, who never experienced his era, still find solace and strength in his lyrics. Tupac wasn't just a rapper, he was a poet, a revolutionary, a voice for the voiceless. His performances were electrifying, his studio sessions intense, and his passion palpable. His music transcended genres, speaking to the souls of millions worldwide. From the bustling streets of New York to the quiet corners of small towns, his influence was felt everywhere. He tackled social injustices, celebrated Black excellence, and bared his soul through his lyrics, leaving an indelible mark on the world. His handwritten lyrics were a testament to his dedication and the depth of his thoughts. Tupac's influence on music is undeniable. His albums were not just collections of songs, but powerful statements that resonated deeply with listeners. He brought a raw vulnerability to hip-hop, a genre often associated with bravado and masculinity. His candid moments revealed a man who was deeply introspective and aware of his surroundings. His songs were anthems for the oppressed, cries for change, and reflections of the harsh realities of life in marginalized communities. They were not just music, but calls to action. Tupac's impact extended beyond music, influencing fashion, film, and activism. He was a trendsetter, a movie star, and a relentless advocate for justice. He became a cultural icon, a symbol of hope and resistance for those who felt unheard and unseen. His presence at community events was a beacon of hope for many. Tupac's music was a reflection of his life, his struggles, and his dreams. From his childhood to his rise to fame, every phase of his life was etched into his music. He spoke about his experiences with poverty, police brutality, and racial profiling, giving voice to the pain and frustration of a generation. His courtroom battles and encounters with the law were well documented, adding to his complex persona. But amidst the anger and despair, there was always a glimmer of hope, a belief in the power of change, and a love for his people that shone through. His smile in candid moments was a reminder of his humanity and his unwavering hope. Tupac's legacy is a testament to the power of art to inspire, to challenge, and to create lasting change. His album covers were iconic, and his concerts were gatherings of diverse crowds united by his message. His music continues to resonate with listeners today because it speaks to universal truths about love, loss, struggle, and resilience. Fans of all ages find emotional connections to his songs, proving the timeless nature of his work. Tupac's story is a reminder that even in the face of adversity, we can rise above our circumstances and make our voices heard. His thoughtful moments captured on camera were reflections of his inner strength and determination. He used his platform to shed light on social injustices, to empower his community, and to inspire change. His speeches at rallies were powerful, and his involvement in community activism was unwavering. His legacy is a testament to the power of one voice to make a difference. Tupac's memorials are visited by people from all walks of life, each holding on to the inspiration he provided. His quotes continue to inspire, reminding us of the enduring power of his voice. Tupac was a poet at heart, his lyrics weaving intricate tapestries of pain, anger, love, and hope. His pen was his sword, cutting through the noise of the world to reveal the raw, unfiltered truth of his existence. He painted vivid pictures of life in the ghetto, his words resonating with the raw energy of the streets. Each verse was a snapshot of the struggles and triumphs of everyday life, capturing the essence of a community often overlooked and misunderstood. His verses were more than just rhymes. They were social commentaries, cries for help, and declarations of self-love. On stage, his presence was electric, his words igniting a fire in the hearts of those who listened, making them feel seen and heard. Tupac's poetry transcended the boundaries of music, becoming a powerful form of expression for a generation yearning to be heard. His fans found solace and strength in his words, feeling a deep connection to the emotions he so vividly expressed. He possessed a unique ability to capture the complexities of the human experience, blending street slang with Shakespearean eloquence. This fusion created a new language of expression, one that spoke to the soul and intellect alike. His lyrics were infused with literary and historical references, reflecting his intellectual depth and thirst for knowledge. He drew from a wide array of influences, from the streets to the classics, creating a rich tapestry of words that resonated on multiple levels. Tupac's vocabulary was as diverse as his life experiences, ranging from the gritty realities of street life to the philosophical musings of a young man grappling with his place in the world. His words were a bridge between different worlds, connecting people from all walks of life. His songs were filled with metaphors and similes, painting vivid pictures with his words. Each line was a brushstroke, creating a masterpiece that spoke to the heart and mind. He used his platform to educate, to enlighten, and to empower his listeners. His music was a tool for social change, inspiring people to think critically about the world around them and to strive for a better future. Tupac's poetry was a reflection of his own personal struggles, but it also resonated with the experiences of countless others who saw their own lives reflected in his words. His honesty and vulnerability created a bond with his audience, making them feel less alone in their own battles. He spoke truth to power, challenging the status quo and demanding justice for the oppressed. His words were a rallying cry for those who felt marginalized and voiceless, giving them the courage to stand up and fight for their rights. Tupac's poetry was raw, honest, and unapologetic. He didn't sugarcoat the harsh realities of life, but instead, he laid them bare for all to see, challenging his listeners to confront the truth and seek change. He didn't shy away from the harsh realities of life in the ghetto, but he also celebrated the beauty, resilience, and strength of his community. His words were a testament to the indomitable spirit of those who refuse to be broken by their circumstances. His words were a testament to the power of the human spirit to overcome adversity, to rise above circumstances, and to create something beautiful out of pain. He showed that even in the darkest of times, there is always hope and the possibility of redemption. Tupac's legacy as a poet continues to inspire artists and activists alike, proving that words have the power to change the world. His influence can be seen in the work of countless individuals who carry forward his message of truth, justice, and love. Today, his spirit lives on in the new generation of poets and activists who use their voices to challenge the status quo and advocate for change. They are the torchbearers of his legacy, proving that the power of words is timeless and universal. Tupac Shakur was more than just a rapper. He was a poet, a prophet, and a voice for the voiceless. His words continue to resonate, reminding us of the enduring power of poetry in the pavement. Tupac Shakur was a man of contradictions, a figure who could not be easily defined or categorized. He was a walking paradox who embodied both the thug life persona and the sensitive soul, seamlessly blending these seemingly opposing traits. He was a product of his environment, shaped by the streets that both nurtured and threatened to consume him. Growing up in the harsh realities of urban life, he experienced firsthand the struggles and injustices that many face daily. On one hand, he was the defiant rebel, the voice of anger and frustration, challenging authority and societal norms. His music often reflected the raw, unfiltered emotions of a young man who had seen too much too soon. On the other hand, he was a deeply sensitive and introspective artist, a poet who poured his heart and soul into his music. His lyrics were not just words, but a reflection of his innermost thoughts and feelings. He grappled with this duality throughout his life and career, often expressing his internal conflict through his lyrics. His songs could shift from themes of violence and rebellion to those of love and vulnerability. He could be aggressive and confrontational in one song, then vulnerable and introspective in the next. This ability to convey a wide range of emotions made his music resonate with a diverse audience. This complexity made him relatable to millions, particularly young black men who saw themselves in his struggles. They found solace in his words, knowing that someone out there understood their pain and aspirations. Tupac refused to be confined to a single narrative, embracing the multifaceted nature of his identity. He was not just a rapper or an actor. He was a revolutionary, a thinker, and a human being with layers of depth. This duality extended beyond his music, manifesting in his personal life and public persona. He was a man who could be both a friend and a foe, a lover and a fighter. He could be charming and charismatic one moment, then volatile and unpredictable the next. This unpredictability made him a fascinating figure, someone who kept people guessing. This unpredictable nature only added to his mystique, making him both fascinating and frustrating to those around him. People were drawn to his authenticity, even if it meant facing his darker sides. Tupac's life was a constant battle between his inner demons and his desire for peace and love. He struggled to find a balance, often torn between the two extremes. Despite his internal struggles, Tupac never lost sight of his core values: loyalty, respect, and a deep love for his community. He was committed to uplifting those around him, using his influence for the greater good. He used his platform to advocate for change, to challenge injustice, and to inspire hope in those who felt hopeless. His words were a call to action, urging people to stand up and fight for their rights. Tupac's legacy is a reminder that we are all complex beings, capable of both great love and great anger, and that our contradictions are part of what makes us human. His life and work continue to inspire, reminding us that it's okay to be multifaceted and that our struggles can lead to profound growth and understanding.